Okay, children, good morning. We're going to discuss today mineral and power resources. Mineral and power resources. What is mineral? So what is mineral? What is mineral? How to discuss first. What is mineral and what are the power resources or power minerals and how it is formed? All this we are going to discuss now. A naturally occurring substance. A naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is known as mineral. What is a mineral? A naturally occurring substance that has a definite chemical composition is known as mineral. Minerals are formed or occurred naturally by different climatic conditions. Based on the climatic conditions, minerals are formed and based on climatic conditions. Without effort of the human being, those are naturally formed under the earth or inside the earth. There are nearly 3,000 minerals we can identify so far. Minerals nearly 3,000, but some of these are the minerals are concentrated on some of the particular areas. Minerals distribution is not even. Mineral distribution is not equally distributed. Some of the areas more number of concentrated. Some areas is not formed any material, any minerals. So distribution of minerals are not even. Some areas are predominant, some areas that don't have any minerals. Okay, the minerals can identify based on that their physical and chemical properties. Minerals can be identified their physical properties, like in what manner? Their physical properties like density, color and hardness. Minerals can identify with their physical properties like density, color and hardness. Whereas the chemical properties like solubility. Based on these, we can identify the mineral. What kind of minerals? Based on the density, color and hardness. And the chemical composition, chemical property like that solubility. And based on this, minerals can be identified by the people. These are the minerals are expanded almost all the continents, among the 7 continents. But we can identify some of the minerals only among these 3,000 types of minerals. But what are the minerals are formed in the ocean bed of Arctic and Antarctica region, we cannot identify so far. So many number of minerals are available, but there is no chance to easily get. These are what are the minerals that are formed in Arctic ocean bed and Antarctica region. Now, the types of minerals. How many types of minerals are there? The types of minerals are types of minerals. In generally, the types of minerals mainly two types. Types of minerals in generally two types. One is that totally I already told different kinds. How many? Nearly 3,000 types of minerals are available. But mainly classified minerals on the basis of that density or hardness, whatever is the physical property, two types. Those are metallic and non-metallic. Metallic and non-metallic. Again, what is the metallic minerals? The minerals which have iron content. The minerals which have the iron in their content, those are called metallic minerals. A mineral does not have any iron. A mineral does not have any iron content. Those are called non-metallic minerals. Or any metals, not only iron. So again, the metallic minerals are classified into two types. Metallic minerals classified into two. One is the ferrous and second one is non-ferrous. So these are what that metallic minerals. Some only alone this ferrous metal means the iron completely had that iron. But these material, non-ferrous material does not have iron, but other metal it had. Other metal. These are completely, for example, only the iron content, whatever is the ferrous means, iron or manganese, and bauxite. Whereas metal had metallic minerals, but there is no iron content in those. Those are called gold, silver, and platinum. Platinum. These are the types of metallic and non-metallic. The metallic minerals, what will come? All these iron ore, manganese, bauxite. Non-metallic minerals comes that whatever it is, all the fossil fuels. All fossil fuels will come. Limestone or fossil fuels like petroleum product, like all that natural gas, everything will come under the non-metallic minerals. So now these are the metallic minerals, ferrous and non-ferrous. Now the non-metallic minerals are completely what have that do not have that any iron content. Those are not rust. Such a kind of minerals are non-ferrous minerals. Now, in which manner the minerals are extracted? Extraction. minerals means to take out these minerals. In which manner we take out from the surface of the earth? That the process is known as extraction of the minerals. There are mostly three important types of extraction of minerals. Extraction of the minerals are three types. One is that extract the most importantly the mining. And second one is that mining and drilling. And third one is quarrying. And with these three process, minerals are extracting from the earth. Mining, one way of extracting of minerals. Drilling, another way of extracting of minerals. Quarrying, another way of extracting of minerals. The process taking out the mineral from the rock buried on the under the earth surface is known as mining. So what is mining? The minerals whatever the process of taking out the minerals. The process of taking out the minerals from the rocks buried under the surface of the earth is known as mining. In this mining, again two types. The mining again the two types. You can note down. I'm giving the gaps on mining. While I'm explaining only how to note down this. So now mining again divided into two types. What are those? One is open cast, and second one is shaft. Open cast and shaft. The mining activities again in two types. One is that open cast mining and second one is the shaft mining. What is open cast mining? The minerals that lies near the surface of the earth. What are the minerals lies near the surface of the earth? Means that is called the shallow depth. Depth is very shallow, very close to the surface of the earth. Such a taken out by the removing the surface layer. Taken out by removing the surface layer is known as open cast mining. What the minerals lies near by the surface of the earth, that is on that shallow depth. The removing that outer layer and extract the minerals is called open cast mining. Shaft, that what is the shaft mining means? The minerals which lies in that great depth. Some great depth they have to go to dig that great depth and extracted the minerals. That is known as a shaft mining. That is in the process of mining. Whereas coming to the drilling, what is the drilling? What some number of minerals available or deposited into the great depth. Such a kind of minerals are required to take when to the deep bore wells is required. To take out the deep bore wells like petroleum, natural gases. Petroleum and natural gases is available in the great depth. The human being had to send the pipelines. Through that we can extract. That is a great depth. That is known as drilling. Petroleum and natural gas we take. Whereas quarrying, what is meant by quarrying? These also the minerals which are occurred very close to the surface of the earth, just will removing the outer layer of that just through the digging out without much modification, without much technology required. Very traditional method manner, we can extract these minerals after dug out the surface of the earth outer layer, we can take these kind of minerals are called quarrying. That is just some of the combination of some rocks and limestone, whatever it is available, very shallow depth. Just we can remove the outer layer, then that is known as quarrying. That is known as quarrying. These are the methods of extraction of the minerals. Now we can see now distribution of the minerals and where the minerals are available. With combination of what the minerals are available, we can see now. Have you note down? Now, distribution of minerals. Distribution of, already we discussed, minerals are distributed unevenly. Some kind of minerals are mostly common in one particular area. Some minerals are not available to any one particular area. Some areas have plenty of minerals, some areas they don't have any deposit of minerals. See, minerals occur in the different types of rocks. Generally, minerals occur with combination of rocks. Combination of rocks. Alone, singly, without combination of the rocks, minerals are not available. Directly, any mineral directly they cannot. We cannot take that minerals. We cannot use directly those without any modification. All the minerals are combination of the rocks only. Some are found in that mostly. How many kinds of rocks are there? Generally, 3 types of rocks. Those are igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Three types of rocks. In generally, the most of the minerals or metallic mineral, 2 types. How many types of minerals? Mainly 2 types. Metallic and non-metallic minerals. What are the metallic minerals? In generally, most of the metallic minerals are combination of the what are igneous and metamorphics. Metallic minerals are found in igneous and metamorphic. Igneous and metamorphics, that is metallic minerals are combination of these 2, igneous and metamorphic rocks. Whereas the non-metallic minerals, whatever it is there, these are mostly, this rock material, whatever the forms, mostly found in the large plateau regions, plateau areas. But that the way that plateau regions means the Deccan plateau, whatever it is like that, Colorado plateau, somewhat. The mostly available in that. And non-metallic minerals mostly found in the plain areas. Non-metallic minerals in sedimentary rocks. You learned in the previous class these types of rocks. Non-metallic mostly in that sedimentary rocks mostly available. These are the distribution of the minerals, and the distribution of minerals in the world we have to see. What manner the minerals are available in the world? We can see now that. See, metallic minerals are found in the igneous and metamorphic. Non-metallic minerals are mostly found in sedimentary rocks. The mostly these are metallic minerals are mostly available in the plateau regions like the Deccan Plateau in India, Malwa Plateau in North, Deccan Plateau in South India, Malwa Plateau and Chotanagpur in North India. These mostly available in India, or that wherever the plateaus are available in the respective continent or country, there that metallic minerals are mostly available. Non-metallic minerals are mostly in the plain or in the ocean bed is available. Those are the combination of that sedimentary rock. Igneous and metamorphic, metallic minerals. Sedimentary, mostly in the non-metallic minerals. Now we can see the distribution of the minerals in the world. Among these 7 continents, all the continents available the minerals, under the ocean bed also there. But first some kind of minerals are available in each and every continent. First we can take that Asia. In the Asia, this is, you know, that the largest continent in the world, most populous country also, the largest countries in the world also there, in that majority of the most of that territory of Russia situated in Asia continent only. China, India, the largest countries in the world. Among the 7 countries, 3 countries are there in the Asia continent only. Now, along that China and India have a large iron ore deposits. Along that in Asia continent, China and India, large iron ore deposits. India have large iron ore deposits. Alone these 2 countries in the Asia continent, mostly the continent produce more than half of the world tin also. Iron is there, then this is the continent. This is the continent produces more than half of world tin. Mostly this world tin is the very important metallic mineral. This is available in the mostly in the more than half of the world tin produced from that Asia continent only. Among these are the very important countries in Asia. Those are like China, Malaysia, mostly China, Malaysia, and Indonesia. One more. These 3 countries producing the world most of this tin, more than half of the tin is producing from the Asia continent, China, Malaysia and Indonesia. These only the producing world leading producer among this total. Now this is the most important minerals, some of the very important points in that Asia continent. And coming to Europe, Europe continent is also a leading producer, one of the leading producer in the world, the iron ore. So that is the reason industry is developed, most industrially developed, that is, most developed continent in the world. England only, once it is dominated till the 20th, early part of the 20th century, middle part of the 20th century, entire the world is controlled by the Europe continent only because of their industrial development. Because of that more number of concentrated, that most important basic good industry minerals are available there. So Britain, that whatever the Europe continent is the leading producer of the iron ore in the world. It is also one of that. Asia and Europe also the most important producer of iron ore in the world. But what is that most important developed country in the Europe? Switzerland, a small country. Single minerals also not available there. So far not identified any minerals in Switzerland. So far not identified any minerals in the Switzerland country. That is the, even though that minerals are not available, but Switzerland is mostly developed in the one of the most developed country in the world. So that is that Europe continent. And coming to that North America. Coming to North America, this is also most important producer of the minerals. The large mineral deposit America also they divided into three important zones. North America, three zones mostly divided into three zones. Those are, one is that Canadian, region, the most important one of that Canadian region, this is north of the Great Lakes. The Canadian region, the north of Great Lakes like the Lake Superior, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, that important, the lakes are present there. Those north of that Great Lakes, the Canadian region, the much of the minerals are available in North America continent. Then there is coming to the down, that is that another important one, Appalachian mountain area. Appalachian, second one is that Appalachian mountain area. Mountain region, that is, and third one is Western Cordilleras. Then another important one is Western Cordilleras. These three regions are available the most important minerals in North America continent. These three regions only all kind of minerals are available, metallic and non-metallic. Both the types of minerals are available in three regions of North America. This is also one of the most advanced continent in the world. America, Canada is available in these continent only. So because of that, majority of the minerals are available there. Then the developed, this continent industrially and economically is well developed right now, because with the support of these minerals only, that America now the leading country in the world in the trade. That's because of that trade only it's can develop in that manner. And another important continent is South America. If you take the South America, the South America continent, the most important, Brazil is the largest country in the South America continent. The Brazil is largest producer of high grade iron ore in the world. High grade iron. Brazil is the largest producer of high grade. That means most importantly, high grade, very qualitative iron ore is available in the Brazil country. Most important, high grade iron ore. Brazil, the largest country in this continent. Another important one, Brazil and Bolivia. Brazil and Bolivia. In this continent, largest producers. These are among the world largest producer of tin. These two countries produce largest of the world tin. In Asia continent, tin largest producer in China, Malaysia, Indonesia. When compared to those, these are the Brazil and Bolivia. These two countries alone, largest producer. When compared to those, these are the most importantly Brazil and Bolivia, largest producer of the tin in the world. These also. That is that production of that. What are the mineral production availability of South America? Now coming to that Africa continent. Coming to that Africa continent, the most important minerals are available in Africa also. The mostly diamonds and gold is most available in Africa continent. The world largest producer of the diamond, gold and platinum. This is mostly the world largest producer of gold, diamonds and platinum. Mostly available in South America, Africa continent. World largest producer of gold, diamonds and platinum. Among these South Africa continent, mostly South Africa, Zimbabwe and Zambia produce large portion of the world gold. Mostly in that South Africa, one of the country in Africa continent. South Africa, Zimbabwe and Zaire. These three continents produce a large portion of gold in the world. The world's gold, these are the producing, the South Africa, Zimbabwe and Zaire. Three key countries are in Africa continent, produce the large portion of the world's gold in the Africa continent. And coming to Australia is the largest producer of bauxite in the world. Australia, one more. Largest bauxite producer in the world, and Kalgoorlie and Coolgardie. These are the places, Kalguri, and Pulgardi. These two places, the most important areas of Western Australia, have the largest deposits of gold. These two are the parts in the Western Australia. Western Australia. The largest deposits of gold. These are the largest deposits of the gold. Australia, one of the most important country producing the gold. These Western Australia had largest deposits of the gold have Western Australia have the largest deposits of gold in Australia continent. These are the another important one. And coming to Antarctica continent, the geologists or the geology department of Antarctica continent sufficiently well-known products of existence of variety of minerals deposits. And some probably in the large, may somewhat that predictable, some of that unpredicted. They cannot estimate what kind of minerals are there under projection, that is somewhat not estimated. But this is also the place of more number of minerals. They are decided by the geologists in Antarctica continent also. Okay, this is the world distribution of that various kinds of minerals. And after that, we can discuss in that India, distribution of minerals in India, we can discuss that next.